Alrighty. Alright, guys. What do you say we get this party rolling? Hello. How are we all doing today? Are we doing good? Hello. I just got running. Well, actually, no, I did a bike ride today, which is the reason why the stream is starting later than it usually does. I was doing, well, it was virtual, so I was at my apartment the entire time, but I was going for longer than I anticipated on going. Excuse me. Uh, and then when I got onto the game, I realized that the last time I logged onto the game, I was actually way the frick over there at one of the other villages because I was out exploring that way. And yeah, I had to run all the way back here. I don't even remember what half the stuff I was doing around here was. Yeah, you guys may notice I built a second chicken farm, which is why there are so much chicken noises. I actually had a problem with the second one when I first got started with it. It it wasn't actually cooking the chickens. I want to store. I found another temple, so I got a bunch of good gear and everything while I was out. Now I don't need it. This over here, this is the box that we need. So this is all the stuff we're gonna need to make the turn that off. To make our mob farm for the day, which is what our plan is. I plan on putting it over there, somewhere around that region. I haven't fully mapped it out yet in my head. But that's the kind of plan right now. Let me actually pull this back up here so I can see. I'm doing some back and forth things. I need to figure out why. I need to figure out how to go away. Don't need you. All right, no, that one's full. Try and put away some of the things. Like we're gonna want a pickaxe, and we're gonna want the shovel. I want the axe just to be on the safe side. Shouldn't need the coal. This is food. This is food. We can keep the rest of the stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do here. All this stuff. This is gonna be a big build. We just rested. It's daytime. And I actually need to finish this map. It drives me nuts. I look at the bottom corner of that. Excuse me. So anyway, so we're gonna do a big old mob farm. Did I put in? I just had the thought in my head. I realized no, I didn't. All right, I'm gonna need some buckets. Need buckets so I can get water. I don't need the water immediately, but I do need the buckets for the water. All right, did I put the buckets? I really just need to make myself a sorting system. It just takes so many resources to make one. I don't even have everything. Like the one thing I know I've seen, there it is. That would be really high, King. It'd be really good to have, but I don't have, is ice. In order to have ice, I need cold. I don't have any mountains around me that's cold. I've tried looking over at the island continent. Hey, stay away from those. Those are mine. On the other side of the kind of ocean. I don't know if that's an ocean or a lake. I would assume it's more closer to an ocean. And there are quite a few mountains over there. I started digging down rather than up because I wanted to see. I was looking for the deep dark, which is underneath the mountain biome. But everywhere where I went over there, I was listed as being in the forest biome. So, all right. So my plan is to do this over here. I think this is the only thing. Yeah, there it goes. I figured it'd break here at some point. Let's think this is the only one that we needed to break. I think I'll have enough space. We'll find out quickly. If I need to, I can kind of carve up some of this back portion here. So I kind of want the front of it to kind of be around over here. Oh, the other thing I should probably do. I'm sitting here thinking about it. Should probably actually gotten ladders because I think I'm going to need them. Oh, well, I'll wait for that. Let's go back and get some ladders. So that's the stuff that I'm going to need for the actual farm itself, but some of the stuff that I need to do afterwards is going to require the use of the ladders. Oh, lovely farms. Chicken. I think the chickens would know better by now than to hang around me. I'll end up sticking them inside of a farm. Oh yeah, I also made another wool farm. Over there, that third one is red. It is my red farm. I know I had some ladders. Store you. Trails, rails. It's a good thing I have the rails because I do want to actually at some point build a rail system over to the other. My gosh, my brain is not working. I want to build a rail system over to the other village, since that one's got two things that I really like over there, which is a guy who will buy rotten flesh, and it will also sell me redstone. So I got lucky with him. I swore that I had a few ladder bits. I need more than just one, I know that. I'm gonna need quite a few, actually. Oh, I know. There's 8 ladders. Let's see here. What does it take to make ladders? I'll just take straight up sticks, so that's easy enough to do then. Yes. So I just had the thought in my head, two different things. The guide that I'm using, button, doesn't actually let's make the maximum amount. I will probably end up getting some more sticks here in a second. The guide that I'm using doesn't actually mention any ladder requirements because you don't necessarily need to make any ladders for it. So it doesn't show up in the material guide that I was looking at. I do remember he does use ladders at one point. I think he's doing the entire thing in creative mode too, which is an whole another set of fun times. Okay. Yep, there they are. Yeah, I'm out of. Anywho, let's get started. Hey, pig. I need to figure out how I can like tab out of this without it becoming a pain in the butt issue. There we go. If that'll all work, so I can see both things simultaneously. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I need a 3 tall pillar. And then we're doing a 9 by 17 platform. Oops, no, wrong button. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or hold on. I don't think it matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now we fill in this entire platform. So I'm going to do the outline of it first. And then I'm gonna go back through. All right. Oops, wrong button. We're gonna have to keep an eye on time. I don't want to have to be working out here at night, because the other thing that we can't really do is throw up torches, because that's the last thing we actually want to have around here. So make one. I think we have to make 3 of these. Yeah, 2 blocks between. So we're gonna go up 2 blocks. I don't have any. I need some temporary blocks. Oops. And I'm gonna actually use this just to start out with. Two and cobblestone it. Oh wait, no. 2, 1, and then cobblestone it. I think we'll be fine working through like one night of this. But it'll get really bad if we try to work too much. I prefer to use cobblestone for this one. I thought the cobblestone looked actually really nice. Considering we're not going to be seeing much of this build itself. We're going to be looking at this mostly from just the outside or down on it. And I wanted to build it near the water because I have an idea for what I want to do at the top once we kind of get the top. He doesn't actually have anything for that. He just has, you know, oh, you just AFK up there. So I have an idea for something I want to do. I think we'll make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more enjoyable. All right, there we go. So that's 2 there. Yeah, he's doing the entire thing in creative mode. That makes it more difficult. For me, not for him. It makes it more difficult for me just because if he's doing it all in creative mode, he can just fly around and kind of do whatever he needs to do. I, however, can't fly around and do everything the easy way. It's the only thing about a lot of like these tutorial videos. Like, I don't think that they're bad, but it just gets a little bit like you do realize people who are actually going to be making the farms usually need to do this will need to do this in survival mode. So if you want to experiment and play with things in creative mode, I don't have a problem with that, but I really kind of wish a lot of more of them would do it in survival mode. Is then you have little additional problems that you kind of have to solve, like I need to take all those blocks back out. If I stop building, I still need to, oops. I need to get back up to the top here. What are you doing, cat? Getting jealous or something? You just spent all afternoon sleeping. So you need quite a few stacks. Well, since we're down, let's go take a nap, shall we? I really should probably spend a little bit more time spawn-proofing my house area. The house itself is pretty spawn-proof, but I have a couple of dark spots around the house that could be bad. There we go. We're out. Also, I have paintings now. You like my painting? It's a very nice painting. Okay, so when we go back over there, I gotta take a look here and see here in a second. I think the next step is the walls, which would be really good, because then I could build it up quite a bit. Shoot. Got a zombie on one side. Zombie I'm not as concerned about as I am the creeper that's sitting over there. Use the sword. Sword's got more pushback. Yeah, shoot. I was like, I tried pushing it because I knew I had him behind. Shoot, another one? Really? Zombie should die here in a second. Not worried about him. Then bring my bow out with me because I wasn't thinking about him. Damn it. I hope I didn't lose anything. I'm carrying all of my supplies there. I'll probably still get most of my supplies back. But, that's frustrating. Oop, that was a weird... Alright, looks like I lost... I don't remember if I had anything there. I got my hoppers, I've got that, I've got... I think I've got basically... We'll have to keep going through the build. If I'm missing something, I can go back and try and get it again. I should have more than enough resources for everything, basically. Swap out this so I can have my shovel. Okay, hold on. Before I start climbing up, let me see what the next... Here it is. Okay, so we've got the 3 platforms. So on the longer side of the platform, we need to build another strip of blocks. I actually want to use... I wanted to use a different kind of block for that one. Minecraft music is so weird sometimes. Our village is doing really good down there, by the way. I got a couple of librarians now. I'm trying to get the second one to actually... I've tried resetting him on several different occasions to try and make him give me my... Make him so he can buy something from me, and so he can tell me. The biggest thing I want is I really want him to have mending, but it takes forever to try and get him to get some of these people to have mending. The only way I can really get around it, this is blasting in my ears. I should take a look and see. Where's the... Okay, that one should be fine. I wish I hadn't fallen down. Now I gotta put the ladders all the way up. I wanted to actually remove the blocks, but now I can't. Okay. So on the long side, on one of the longer side, we're going to make another strip. So I'm going to choose, actually I'm going to choose this side because I think this is going to be the back of it. I'm going to designate it with smooth stones over cobblestones. And then we need to do that for each level. No, excuse me. There, there, there. Okay, now we got one at each. I'm going to go ahead and break you while I'm over here. I'll break the top one later. And I suppose I should actually break you while I'm here too. There's my pickaxe. There we go. Alright, so that's so far. What's next? Yeah, that's going to be the back. And build a set of blocks along the ground too. So for that one, I'm going to want my shovel. We're going to just go down one. Alright. Should know what blocks this guy was using. They actually look really nice. Alright, so from here, next step, we're going to go up. This is going to be on the outside, so I'm going to break this again. So we're going to go up to one above, and now we're going to do it on both sides. Allons-y. Ah, I made it. Wasn't sure I was going to. I'll come back at a later point and actually fill those ones in. And then we'll do the same thing over here on this side. And now we need our trap doors. Where are my trap doors? There they are. No, I actually want them to go the other way. There's my axe. We're gonna have to do a temporary. Temporary addition here. Because I need all of them. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. To do that. I'm gonna leave that there because I think I need that there. I think I need to do that at every level. Yep, alright. So you need to do that basically at every level. So again, with the jumps. This is part of the reason I actually did build this near the water. I don't need to... I'm gonna, hold on a second. I'm gonna look just a little bit ahead here because I think... Yeah. So we're gonna want blocks behind these two. So I can go ahead and kind of skip a little bit ahead. This one's a relatively easy early game build to make. Dang it. That's what I get when I do stuff like this. I start thinking ahead of what I'm actually doing. Start planning on things I need to do. I have to have that up like that later. Time to build upwards. Now here we're going to have to do what we did before. It's a good thing I left the other ones up there. I actually need to put a block behind. If I put a block behind, then I need something to build it off of. I'm leaving the other ones behind. I think we're going to enclose this all in the long run. But it's a... Oops. I'm gonna put that there so I can... Dang it. So I can get up one more row here. Ouch. Let's run back. I really should actually try to figure out how to do a water elevator too, because that would make, I think, part of this really easy. I think I've got enough kale that I could oxidize the entire thing so I would never have to. I don't have any open spaces in my inventory. And up and over. And 99 times. What do you think, cat? So let's go ahead. Head back over here. The only thing I'm worried about are more creepers. Oh great, there's an Enderman there too. And there's a creeper right underneath. We know the first part of this works. Crap. Okay. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at you. Okay. I'm going to do... Not you. You. Put you up there for right now. Darn it. I keep having to use my blocks. Ah. Cat. Why did I pull that one off? I need that one. Okay, so up one more. There we go. And fill this area in. All right, shoot. And then we need blocks here. If I have to, I can go through here later and just take out all the rest of the blocks. Okay, so I've got all the trapdoors. Now comes the part of the buckets. So I need to waterlog them. Oh, no. Thought I had space for two. Give me back my water buckets. Dash. Alright, if I put one. This one's gonna take a little bit of time. Trying to think if there's anything. I know I could do this. Store some of my stuff away while I'm trying to build. There we go. Let's put you up, put you up, put you down, put you down. That way I have all of them together. So I want to waterlog the whole shebang. And we need to do that for all of them. How many do I have here? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 9. I'm going to go and get a couple more buckets. That way we can at least try to do all the rest of the rows in one go. I'm going to put ladders up on the other side. We'll take them off later. When we finally enclose the mob farm. The basic concept behind this is we're going to make it so that the mobs will spawn inside the farm. Close you. Put these buckets in some weird spots sometimes. Kept meaning to put them down below, but I think that's just where all of my lava buckets are actually at. And go check to see if I have any empty ones down there, but I don't think I do. Yeah, no, nothing but lava buckets. I really should just keep filling that chest up, but... let's just make more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, yeah. Store those away. Alright. I'm trying to sell some stuff off over at the village too. I have a second farmer over there now who buys carrots, which is good because I now have carrots I can farm up inside my house. So I got carrots, potatoes. What I need to do is actually make another campfire. If you're wondering why I need to make a campfire, it's because what I have kind of discovered, there we go, I found out in some of my work, and wish they'd just put all these frickin' things together. Actually, I need to... Because I want the ladder there on the outside. That's going to kind of be my formal ladder to get to the top, but I need one on the inside here for the moment. So I can get up and easily access all the rest of this. I got one coworker, he's actually doing something really creative in my opinion. He's decided he wanted to remake the Blood Gulch level from Halo. So that's what he's actually been working on. I've always said that was actually really impressive. I've seen his stuff on that. Okay, this one I still need. Every time. Every frickin' time. There we go. Okay. Geronimo! Actually, now that I think about it, I might have built this wrong. I might have to do a lot of additional work to make this actually work the way I want it to. I don't know, let's wait and see. So I just had a thought in my head, it's like, I'm gonna have to dig down, and I think I'm gonna have to dig down on this side. I'm hoping all that I don't have to start filling in all the water spaces. Or this is gonna get complicated. Alright, there we go. All the buckets are full and done. There we go. Everything, does everything have water? Oh, I skipped a row, didn't I? I always skip something. Yeah, I skipped a row. Alright, let's go ahead and try and fill this one in. Quick before it gets dark. So we're starting to get to a spot where it's a little bit more dangerous to try and hang around here. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get back to the house before... I should really just get myself another bed down here. That way I don't have to keep running back and forth. Do I have any spare beds? No, I don't think I have any spares. I think I crafted all the beds. I think I took all my beds that I made and crafted them for the village. Wouldn't be very difficult though. I've got wool. Okay. I put my chicken in the chest, didn't I? Alright, let me go steal some wool. I'll craft another bed to put down there while we're working so we don't have to keep running back and forth. Hey, cow. Red the wool! Yeah, and I got red, white, and light gray. keep trying to find and get the stuff from war. There's a black sheep that's sitting around between me and the second sand village, or third sand village, I guess, technically. I should try to actually pull him over. It's just he's so far away that I don't really want to. Acacia logs. The only thing that drives me nuts about how they handle, like if you look for a particular thing while you're crafting, is that it'll flip back and forth. If it's something, if there's multiple things, like you have multiple kinds of wood, it'll flip back and forth between them. So I'm like, I just want to click on it and just run with it. It's like, oh, you clicked on it, but that's not the type of wood you have. No, this is white oak wood. You have acacia wood. I'm like, I don't care. I just want you to have my wood down there so I don't have to like wait for it to go around. Okay, so let's get back over here. Okay. Waterlogging's done. Now, do I need to do redstone stuff now or not? Okay, what comes next here? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can do it so much faster while you're in creative mode. Redstone on the blocks behind. So I want my redstone here. And then we need to, the other thing we need to do is we need to break, where's my, it's over here. We're gonna break all these ones. You know, I keep doing this, but there is an easier way. Ouch. I'm not very good with scaffolding, can you tell? Okay. I break that up so I don't have to. Okay. And then let's... Right? Nope. Okay. It's so much easier than using blocks and stones and things like that. Okay, and we'll break this again. That way we can just go straight up to the top. Try and pick up some of the blocks that I'm leaving behind here. Alright, let's break some of this. Okay, not quite done yet. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. And redstone. There we go. And then while we're up here, let's break the last one. There we go. Okay. So what's next? Farm. Okay, this is where things get entertaining. More for you guys than anything else. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. I want the middle here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna use the smooth stones. Oops. If I was on something other than this, I could do the next bit a little bit easier. Okay, so then the other thing that I want is the torch. Okay, I don't need the block on top, it looks like. Hold on. This part is confusing. Okay, hold on. Let's start with the basic portion here first and foremost. That was not what I meant to do. Okay, so first and foremost, in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put down a stone. Put down that. Alright, I'm going to stand back a little ways. Okay. Then again here. And again here. I'm going to kill myself. Alright, I need to get up to that one again. Okay, then I want a redstone here. So I got redstone, 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 redstone. Okay. Now, what are you doing here? He's doing a connection, but the way he's building it is the part that I'm trying to figure out here. I think I need more smooth stones. I should have started that too. Let's leave here for a minute. So what we're essentially going to have to try and do is we're trying to connect all the redstone together. We're going to do a, I want to say complex, but it's not an easy build here. So let's go down here. And come on. There we go. Down here. Actually, you know what? Give me two. Two lava buckets. Okay. Trying to also get my health back up a little bit before I go back out there. That's what we're going to do here. Let's put, oops. Take the bucket out. Put buckets. Put that. Here. Bucket. Put that. Got more than enough cobblestone. I go for the 2 blocks that I just put in there. And we're sit back and wait for a couple minutes so I can have that. So what we're going to essentially have to do is do a zigzag, almost like pattern, to fill up the redstone. You know, this thing is starting to drive me nuts. This thing, okay, stupid piece of junk is what this thing is. Alright. This thing used to beep at me. I don't know why it's not beeping at me now. Beep, beep, beep. I don't know, it was beeping on me a couple of days ago. It's beep whenever you used to mute the mic or not. Okay. So... it's the same basic pattern, so as long as I can get the pattern right the first time is basically the biggest thing. Stretch trying to go forward. See if I've got any other smooth stone. I got a bunch of stuff from the nether. But I don't really want to use that for this construction. Cobbled deep slate. I do have a bunch of that too. If you're wondering why I have so many bows, it's because I'm trying to level up my Fletcher guy. I would really like it if he would finally let me sell him some frickin' feathers, but he hasn't let me do that yet. Light gray wool. I don't really want to use the chiseled. I'll offer this one. I wasn't sure if I had any smooth stone or if I've used it all, because I've usually, if I have a smooth stone, I usually just end up throwing it over on the stone cutter. I'll leave that run while we head back over here and see if we can finish this part out. I think this will be the most complicated portion of the build, at least that's my hope. Alright, so here we go. So we've got this one here. So he... wait, hold on a sec. Oh, this one's in the wrong spot. That's better. Okay. Hold on, back up here. So he goes, oops. We're gonna do this one bit by bit until I've got the pattern down. I can actually see what I'm doing. So he goes stone, stone, stone. It has a stone here, but he breaks that stone. I should not have done with smooth stone then. Stone, stone. Then he breaks this one. Let's try to use that one. Then stone, breaks that stone. It's a good thing I'm close enough for the house to keep making more. Okay, and then he repeats the process. Okay. So, got it. I got it. I got it now. I hope. Okay. So, we do stone, stone, stone. Then, because we're going to break this one, I'm going to do cobblestone. Ouch. Yes. Cobblestone, do a smooth stone on top. Break that. Then we'll do a cobblestone next to it with a smooth stone on top. Break the cobblestone. Yes. Yes. There we go. I wanted to pick up that extra stone. Oops. Almost finished with this part. So then stone, stone. Oh, wait. Oh, this one's smooth. Stone. Then we'll do a cobblestone. Smooth stone. Break it. Cobblestone. Smooth stone. Break it. Okay, so now we're connected through all of that. He does a little bit different up at the top too. Okay. Oops, that's not the thing I wanted to click on. Can I go back, take it back, take it back so I can see? Yeah, there we go. There we go, lads and lasses. Then what I want to do, wait, this is, yes, all the way up to the top. Okay. I might have to break that stone on top too, but that's specific for a different time. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna need... Okay. I think I need scaffolding on both sides for what I'm about to do here. So I need redstone, 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 redstone. We're basically going to climb the redstone up these blocks. how far up do I need to go here? Assume it's probably... Okay, so he does it up to there, and then we'll have a different build. A little bit of a different build on top of this measly contraption. Man, I hope this thing works the way I want it to. Nope, actually I need a little bit more. Let's do 3. Okay, then redstone to here. Then he puts a, I don't know why he broke the block there in the first place. He put the block there, and he redstoned up to that block. Okay. So redstone, redstone. Cover the gaps above the blocks, above the water with blocks. I'm going to use these once again. Okay. There we go. I said that like, I know there's a way I should be able to do this. I have to do this at all levels again. Alright, I'm out of blocks. Alright, let's go back over to the house and pick up, at least, I would assume by now they're probably basically, hey, done. There we go. I want none of this trapped in your water nonsense you try to be spinning with my hair. Get this back up over here. I just want to have this look a little bit fancier. That should be more than enough blocks. Alright. I should probably actually move the scaffolding from the back. Well, I might still need it on the back. You know what, I'll leave the one on the back for right now. I'll do some on the side so I can get to each level again. The top level is probably going to be the most annoying one of them all. The rest of the levels should be relatively easy. Alright, there we go. Blocking, blocking, blocking. Block, block. Block, 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 block. Leave that ladder there. I might need that again later. Alright, this one should be the last one here. We're starting to get dark out, which is perfect timing. I don't know why I didn't just put this down as soon as I got here. Okay. Yep, so that'll seal up our walls all along the back. Let me sleep. Let me sleep! The game doesn't want me to sleep. It never wanted me to sleep. I must stay awake. Forever. There we go. Save myself a couple extra chips. Alright, so there's that section all done. We've closed everything in. back wall wise. I guess I should stipulate that part. Alright, and now we're going to build up. Okay, so now we're going to do the actual walls. So put all that stuff back. So now what we're going to do is build up the actual walls so that they are all completely enclosed. And then we'll put a roof on it here in a little bit. See, actually, one there. There. What we're actually going to do is fill this up. This is also going to be our setup to go to the roof. And we do it again here on this side. Once we have this, not quite done yet. But you do notice we're getting closer to the final. This will kind of be more the final look of the build. So what we'll have from here, we'll have our back wall, our side wall. I think we need to do actually one more in front by the time we're done here. This will be our spawning areas, where all of our big baddies will end up spawning into. Oh, he actually went. Okay. He actually went one higher. So let's do one up here. That's probably to help with the spawn rates. If you go too small, you can't spawn stuff in. That's why, like over at the Iron Golem place, that's why the area underneath is as precise as it is. Yeah, okay. Do I need to do... Yep. So roof is next. Shoot. It's all these creative mode people, man. You can't trust them. So we're going to fill in the full roof space. This is now officially the top of it. This is also our biggest build in the entire game so far. I do have a couple of other farms that I've seen I'd love to try and do, but they are late game farms. Well, one of them's not so much late game. I've told you guys a little bit about the gold farm that I want to make. That's not necessarily late game, but that's definitely not early game. This technically falls into an early game one. Alright, so yeah, we extend the sides out by 1. And I think the roof is, no, roof's fine. So we just need to extend the sides of this out. So you want the roof to be in line with the platforms, which we have here. So what we're going to do here is build up again. Build that one up and do it again. I am still nervous about the front of this. Use up the 8 blocks here. I'm still nervous about how close I am to the water, that I might have to do some crazy stuff to get this to work properly. Okay, what's next here? Okay, hold on. You have 2 though. I've only got 1. Alright, you know what, fine. We'll just extend out our forward platforms here by 2. That won't be a problem. I think I know what happened probably. It was probably on the first initial platform, since I counted that as one. I think he probably didn't. Alright, next we need all of these signs, and this is where things are going to get complicated for me. I'm going to go... We're going to do this with scaffolding. This is one of those parts of the creative mode where it's definitely probably easier. What am I doing? To do it in a different I want to be I think that's high enough. Okay, so we want to do this right here. Now's where things... I don't know if I can do this part actually with scaffolding. Let's find out, shall we? Okay. So I can. It's just going to feel a little awkward and weird. So what we're going to do, I'm just double checking to make sure. Yep. We're going to go all the way across, just doing sign, sign, and fill this entire kind of section up. Double-sided. This will just kind of help with the... This will stop some of the spawn aspects, I believe. And go all the way as far over till we reach the wall. I think I need to go one more. Well, fat luck on that one. There we go. Okay, so next, 4 deep, directly underneath the signs. Okay, so we're gonna go, oops, that was not the thing I wanted actually. Right underneath where the signs are, we're gonna start digging. carve it out first. It's 1. This is 2. And number 3. And 1 more. This is number 4. Right, see, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. So we got 4 deep. Three by 2 hole. It's in the center of it, so 1, 2, 3, 5. God damn it. There's always... I'll fill this all back in here in a second. I hate the idea of wasting resources. Oh, for the love of fucking... At a brief time where I was struggling to find coal, and I started finding it, and it's like, 50 feet away from my house. 50 feet away from my house. Now I got my broken... I need to go get it back. I mean, you're going to have to break this chest here soon, because we're about to set up the actual collection system. Duolingo's yelling at me again. Yeah, I went back to Duolingo. Still trying to learn Japanese. It's almost frustrating because it's like there are certain parts of it that I get, and then it just doesn't. Other parts that just won't stay in my head. I really want to learn it though. Okay, I need pickaxe. I saw that I still had one stashed away. One of these. Yes. There we go. I should actually name the cat. I do have the ability to name things now. Hold on a sec. Alrighty. Back to what we were doing here. Going back here to finish freaking up all the freaking... Leaving resources behind drives me nuts, but this time it's just driving me nuts, period. Okay. I'll put all this back. We'll fill it all in here in a second, just as soon as I collect all of my ill-gotten... Holy crap, how much is down here? Found the gravel. Oops, didn't need that one. Okay, there we go. Now, spawn-proof this area by filling it in so that they can't do anything else in here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. back to where we were. Alright, got a 3x2 hole. Finds at the 4 corners. Okay, let's put you up here. Those my signs, okay. So he does it here, 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 and here. Alrighty. And water at both ends. Okay, I need some more water, please. Can I have some water? Okay, so I need 4 buckets of water. So what we're about to do here is we're going to put a bucket and a bucket. That'll push it all towards the middle. And a bucket and a bucket. Push it all towards the middle. If you're wondering why it's not coming down here, that's because of the signs. It won't push past the signs because it considers the signs a full block. It's a little weird that way, but that's the way it is. This whole 3 more blocks down. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. That's basically going to just be the thing. It pushes the mobs down. Dig out a room for the collection area. Alright, so we want to make sure we're going this way. How big do we need to make this actually? Alright, so he does. Looks like I've got to leave 2. He goes down 1 more, so we're gonna go down 1 more. We're gonna go out 3. I'm not as concerned about the water now for this portion. It might be for when we go to actually exit. But for here, we should be fine. Okay, I need the other chest now. Oh. Scaffolding also will not go past. The reason here that we do the you don't have to use soul fires, which is what I'm using. I'm going to use to do this. But you guys use soul fires, campfires. Soul fires do a little bit more damage, which is why I'm going to use them. He does it sideways, so let's go ahead and do it that way. Okay. Then carve this out again too. So what we're going to do here is take our hoppers, set them up. So this can all kind of go there we go. So all the hoppers should feed. Yep. So no matter where I kind of throw stuff, it'll all come back to here. He does it a little bit differently. Doesn't matter really one way or the other. So he does. So I've got all the hoppers. I've got this hopper leading to this one, and then these ones leading to. I've got all the hoppers leading to the center, and then the center ones leading up to the chest. He did, was he has the two in front leading to the chest, and then these three leading to the ones in front. Doesn't make a huge difference either way. Now comes the campfire. So we're going to put a campfire over all of these. Then we're going to use blocks to cover this up so the mobs can't escape from here. And take this one out. And we're actually going to do a slab in here. You can see. Alright, now we just need to get out of here. So this is the part I am actually a bit nervous about. I don't know why that's open. Because what I'm afraid of is to be I'm not sweet. Not off of it by much though, am I? So now you can see down there is our soul fire. It will burn everything that collapses down into it. So we've built our killing chamber and our collection chamber, however you want to define that out. Now we're going to build up the front wall of this so that we will completely enclose the entirety of the farm. There we go. Slow crawl through this. I forgot to put my hat on. Oh well. Yeah, you need something like 13 stacks of whatever building material. Like I'm using cobblestone. You don't have to use cobblestone. You can use anything you want to for this. But you need to have like 13 stacks of it to finish this whole farm. It's a massive, massive farm. I hope this actually works. It's not a XP farm though. I guess I should stipulate that out. I think we'll get some XP from it, but it's not a strictly XP farm. I could have probably built something similar that would be like it, but that's are just... I've looked at them and like they're super interesting to try and build, but they're just so freaking big. They're so big that it's just kind of like it's almost daunting a task to try and build it. Alright, I think we're here. We're going to close up this top portion here too. And alright, build one more layer. Shouldn't have to worry about shades yet. I think you need to not sleep for 3 days before they're a problem. Not so much a problem, but a before they'll spawn out and start attacking you. Okay, hold on a sec here. So he waters the top, places it on the top, on this side, place top block or do not place it on both sides. Okay. I need to get down then and get some water. And then I can use my ladder to get back up. You have to get back up there eventually, because what they recommend to do is to have your we're gonna do 8. I think that should be more than enough. I might end up moving that. Okay. I'm gonna take a few seconds here just to move everything. I had more than enough resources to build this. I knew that part once I started it. Okay. Oops. I'm one bucket shy. Whee! Now I have my bucket. Put you there. There we go. So that takes care of all of the buckets. We filled it all up. And we're gonna cover the top with the slabs. I thought we were supposed to use... I didn't think we were done with the slabs. This officially covers us in. So now we are completely enclosed. Alright, I'm done here and just put in the last row. Woohoo! Can't even jump up on it now. Now we have to build the redstone list timer. Okay, so back here at the back, put one more redstone. And I chose to go with stone pressure plates. Then 3 more at the back. Okay. Alright, there we go. So that is that. Then then we... How far over does he go? Hold on. 1, okay. So should have 1 empty space. There we go. Got 1 empty space in between the pressure plate and be outer portion. Make this wall too high. Alright, come on. What's next here? What's next? Water. Yeah, I need some more water buckets. It's always water buckets. At least I can get them. This is one of the bigger things that gets a little frustrating when you swap back and forth between. I don't think I need 5. Actually, let's make it an even number. I don't think I need that many, but we're going to take that many just in case we do need that many. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm getting this part right here. Okay, so he put it there. It's just one on each side. Yep, okay. I thought I only needed 2, but you know how that works. So now we've completely enclosed in that space. And we're going to put a block there. Oops. Boat. I did not make. I didn't make it, guys. I didn't make a boat! Should have a couple of boats. Let's see if I've gotten easy access to the boats or not. Everyone doesn't know about this. Yeah, I've been meaning to do 2 other projects here in the game. The first one is I want to build a railcart system back somewhere close to spawn. I don't have the exact location in spawn. The reason I want that is in case I do die and I'm back at spawn, then I have easy access. My idea was to go from the mine one and just go over and kind of do the same basic thing that I did before. I used to have a couple. I had a boat here. I'm not sure what I did with it. So I pulled it out, and then I was like, oh, I didn't need to do that because I found my other boat because I just left it there. I just saw it. There it is. Here I was making that big boast at the start of the stream of, here, this is just everything we're going to need. I was wrong. I am a failure. Look at the size of this thing! That's bloody huge! Yep, you can already hear him. They're all in there. Okay. I want to, let's see here. Yeah, you put the boat in there. This part probably doesn't matter a ton, but I'm going to do it in the same spot as anyway. Come on. Why aren't you letting me put this in? That, not what I meant to do. spawning it, proofing it. So we want to make sure that everything up here make sure that there can't be any mobs or anything like that that spawn up here, because we don't want that. That could be bad things for us. There, I went overboard on it. Shouldn't need that many, but we're just gonna do stuff like that anyway. Do I have my full? 64. I don't have enough. I do not, in fact, have enough scaffolding. So we're moving out of the way he has this set up. Actually, the other thing I wanted to do. There it is. The farm's already working. You can kind of hear it. I wanted to do this. Actually, no. Yep, there we go. Okay. Wanted to do that so I have a nice entrance for myself. Because I like nice things. I'm a nice person. Sometimes. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, I needed more scaffolding. I thought I had enough. I need, like, it says 90. So we're gonna go with that sugar. Let's grab that. I've got almost enough scaffolding as it is. There we go. String. I need string. I know I have string. Where is it? String, 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 string. I want that because I've got an idea for kind of what I want to do. There's the string. It might be something I try to do more off stream, just out of. Yeah, that's more than enough. Let's go take a quick. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Oh, that's right. I was sleeping at the other bed, so now this one's my new spawn point. Back to my new spawn. Frick the spawns. It might be working to some degree already. The basic idea is that now the boat is going to activate the pressure switches, which should send it around and send the water flowing forward so that it should just should just do its own shtick. This I actually don't want here, so we're going to go ahead and break this. So I want, actually, is to put it on this side. right the first time. Because what we're going to do here, we've set our kind of AFK spot. And AFK spot is 90 blocks above the farm. So we're going to use scaffolding for this for right now. Once I get a little better, I think. Once I get a little bit better, what I'd like to try and do is actually make this a 64, so 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, okay, that should be it. What I'd like to do, to give you guys kind of the idea, is to actually build this out as like a water elevator, and then build out a little kind of zone up top, and just have a kind of like little spot up there I can just sit, spawn proof it out, and then we'll just sit back and wait. But yeah, spawn proof that out, kind of get everything. You can see a lot from up here, can't you? Can't quite see some of the details though. Now you can see, if you kind of look, you see right there, that's a two two by oh well, how far was it? About like seven little bridge or something I made. To get across, there's a ravine. You can see the like downer side of it there. It goes through there, and I made that so I could go over there. There's actually a honey hive over there. I need to take an empty bottle over there and see if I can get some honey from them. So one of the things I've been wanting to do is to build like a honeycomb farm or something. But I'd like to do is I'd like to actually kind of build up here a little kind of area, get like a water elevator to come up to here, and then from there kind of use a, I'm trying to think what the word, just kind of have like a little glassed in area, so you can just sit up here. You're not stuck at the top of scaffolding, obviously. That would require a little bit more building, a little bit more effort to do. But yeah, have that kind of set up so you can just kind of chillax up here, throw a bed up here in case you just want to sleep while you're up here, and then leave an opening, and then when you're going to go down, you just jump down into the water so you don't die. But yeah, so for now, that's basically the build done. We just need to AFK up here for a little bit. That's what I'm doing now. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom while we wait. Oh, sure. Now you beep. Let me tell you guys, my legs are killing me right now. What I did, here I get everything set back up to the way that it should be so I can actually see everything again. So what I was doing earlier, so I use a Zwift. Use Zwift is my virtual bike riding. I love the game. I love doing it. But today what I did is I chose to climb Alpe du Zwift, which is one of the tallest mountains in the game. So I did what's called the Road to the Sky. It's the one that takes you all the way to the top. It's the shortest distance one. So I climbed 3,500 feet. The Alp is a little bit less than that, but I went ahead and did a little bit more afterwards to get up to 3,500. The mountain itself is only like 3,430 or something like that. Maybe it's more than that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you do that. So it took me, I set a PR on it, and I'm super excited about that. So the PR I got was 91 minutes and 59 seconds. I could have done better, but I was having some problems with my like shorts starting to ride up and starting to kind of like rub against each other, and so that was bothering my legs. So I kept on having to like do quick little second here, second there stops. I had a couple of actual stops where I went off to do other things. So I was like, I could definitely go longer, faster than that. So it's like my goal is for the end of the year, I want that to be under 90 minutes to climb the entire mountain. To put that in perspective, that's still not even going to put me in the top 100 of people. That doing 91 minutes and 59 seconds put me at 200 and I want to say 266 out of like 287 people who have finished the entire climb. I mean, it's worth it to do it. It's so hard, but it's so good. But once you finish climbing the whole deal, then you can get a spin up at the top. And I say this all the time. It's just like, if you're going to climb something like that, if you're going to do that, take your victory lap. Go down it. And it takes you, to give you this an idea, so it takes you that long to get up. It takes you like 15 minutes to go from the top down. And I'm averaging like 48 miles an hour during the ride down. So it's not exactly a short ride back down. But it's a lot of fun to do stuff like that. Burn off. I burned off roughly 1,150 calories doing that, which is great. I need to do some more stuff like that. I mentioned this on Thursday too, but schedules are going to slowly change. Weekend schedules are going to slowly change. Weekdays might too. That's still a work in progress. Weekends are going to change a little bit as we get more and more into spring and summer because I have other responsibilities I need to do. I help take care of my brother's yard, so I will mow for him. So I'll do that on weekends, so that's a couple hours just over there. And then the other thing is I'm going to be going outside to do my bike rides as we get in there. As we go outside to do bike rides, I'm going to go longer and longer and longer. One thing I'm doing is I am training for a half Ironman relay. So I'm going to be doing the biking portion. So that's 56 miles. I'm going to be building myself up, make sure I'm kind of up to that. Last year, what was the longest one I did last year? 80? I think I did an 80 miler last year. Actually, where's my... Yeah, come over here, you little bastard. I can actually check this. Give me half a sec here. But yeah, so I did, like, I know it was more than 70. My question, though, off the top of my head is, like, did I actually do a full 80 or not? Waiting for it to finish syncing. Okay. So, activities, cycling. I don't go with their personal records. No. Sure. No. No, I did 71.63 miles. That was my longest bike ride. So I did 71.63 miles. I did go out. I'm really lucky. So from where I am, there's actually a bike trail. I'm not too far away from bike trails. So that makes my first little bit pretty easy to do. But then there's a bike trail. If I have to go out towards one particular city, which branches off into one, two, three, four other ones. So there's 5 bike trails there. The one I come in on, and then 4 more. One of those 4, when you go out on it, is almost perfectly 28 miles to reach the end of this bike trail. So it's 56 miles in total to go for me to go from my apartment out to the end of the bike trail and back. And that's a great little indicator of how I can do it. I did that last year. I did the entire bike ride in a little under 4 hours. I think it was about 3 hours and 48 minutes or something like that. Doing that whole bike ride, I need to put more torches on this side of my house. I love the one little lone one. Yeah, I put a couple. So that one over there. No, okay. So for a second there, I thought I was like, is that? Can I really see the portal from here? I was like, I don't think so. That's just some of the falling star effect, I think. Um, yeah, I'm far enough away. It's like I'm not entirely sure. I would assume the rest of my farms are working. I'm still kind of like all loaded in and everything. But what I was saying is the bike stuff is like going out there to do that. I need to get some. I want to get a power meter pedal, and I need to get the clip-on pedal stuff. I want to do that soon, so I can be ready in use for them when I actually go out and do this long uh, when I go to the actual race. So that's going to be right now. The idea was it's going to be my brother, my dad, and I are going to be on one team. And we talked to my uncle and my cousins about doing it, and they seem to like all for it. But as far as I know, they haven't actually signed up for it. So we're still kind of in a weird spot of like, are you actually going to do this? Because a couple times we asked them, like, yeah, we're definitely going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm like, but you haven't actually signed up to do anything for it yet. So are you? But that was going to be the kind of idea. So we sat back and we figured on it. We're saying, okay, well, my one cousin, he used to be a swimmer back in the day. So we're like, he's probably going to swim. Probably. Don't have any real reason why he wouldn't be the one to swim. Uh, so we figure he'll probably be the one swimming. Then we thought maybe my uncle will probably be the one to do to do the bike. That's our assumption at this point, anyway, because he is much more into the biking than everybody else. Almost everybody else. Most other people aren't into the biking as to the same level and degree that he is. Once, and then we figured that my other cousin, she would be the one to do the run. And so we sat back and we were trying to figure this out because we're like, we want to win. We want to beat them. And so it's like we've kind of come out with a couple of different. My mom has kind of thrown some damper on it a couple of times. And I was like, oh well, maybe this won't happen the way you guys think it will, or this or that or the other thing. There's always 1,500 different things going on that may or may not happen the way that we all think it will. But the idea. Oops, I forgot. I was looking at some stuff here. There we go. So the way that we kind of looked at it a little bit was my brother should beat my cousin in the swim. We know my cousin has experience swimming. He was on a swim team. But we was like, I don't know how much swimming he does nowadays. He has plenty of time to train up to try and get into his that swimming mindset. But my brother has done a lot more swimming and swim training recently. I think more than him. He could probably still do it. I'm not going to say he can't. But we figured my brother can win. He's got more experience in open water swim because it'd be on a lake as opposed to pool swim. And then, roughly speaking, my brother could do, we figure. Oh, excuse me. We think he could do roughly a so what's his usual time? I think he's like usually about 35 minutes. So he can usually do about 35 minutes on the swim normally because he's done 3 or 4 half Ironmans and he's done one full Ironman now. He's not going to do another full one unless it's like much later down the road because it just takes so much time in training. He's just like he feels exhausted. He actually after he finished it the next weekend we went out running together. And he was saying, it's like, I am so happy that I can just go out and run for fun. I don't have to sit back and think about how far I'm running, how long I'm running. I don't have to worry about all that. I can just go out and run for fun. So he was pretty happy with um, he was pretty happy to have done with that. He's not against doing like halves. He's still gonna probably try and do half Ironmans. He's not gonna do fulls. So he can do 35 minutes when he's doing a half Ironman. And we figure he can actually go faster because he's doing 35 minutes, but realize at the same time he's swimming with the idea that he is going to have to then do the bike and then do the run. So he's kind of saving himself a little bit. So we figure he can probably go faster because he's just going to do the swim flat out as fast as he basically can, finish it, and be done. Because then he can just collapse down for the next 4 hours and not worry about anything. Then it's going to be my turn on the bike. My uncle is probably a better biker than me. He probably also has a better bike than me. I've got a really nice bike. I actually have a Domani SL5. I did not originally intend to get an SL5. I was looking to get an AL5, which is significantly cheaper. The SL5 is carbon fiber, so it's a very light bike. Um, I also am going to have to get racing tires put onto it before the race, but that's, not yet type of deal. I don't need to have them on there yet. So I've got my bike is all set up. I need to get that. Then I can kind of just go out and really start trying to train hardcore. I need to lose a little bit more weight between now and the race, and I need to get in a little bit better shape. I'm not doing bad. I'm not doing great. I'm doing better at that. Well, let's put it that way. And then, so it's up in the air whether or not I could beat my uncle. That's going to be how much of a lead time could my brother potentially give me? If I can get out a little bit, I'm hoping I can hold on to the lead for a half hour to an hour into it. I'm hoping that since I'm younger than he is, maybe I can hold off and like not have to go to the bathroom type of a deal and just keep going longer than him. Push it a little bit harder than he might. Um, and try and keep up with him. And then we figure in a straight up competition, we think my dad could beat my cousin. My mom keeps going like, well, she's been running, she's been doing all this, she's really good at all this. Her trainer thinks she could be able to do a half, or I'm like, well, okay, that's great and everything, but my dad also is like the most in shape out of our whole family. Like he will go run 5K. This is actually surprising to us. He didn't actually place this last year in our turkey trot that we usually do, but he usually finishes like second or third place in his age group. And if we've had to put it into an actual place, I think he usually finishes like 50th overall. I mean, he's not anywhere close to the top 10 overall, but he's not that far away from it either. So we're just kind of sitting there going, like, he's actually really, really good at what he does and should be able to realistically do most of the stuff anyway. All right, so that's kind of like what we're kind of going for right there right now. It's going to kind of hinge on me a little bit. I wish it wouldn't, but that's kind of probably what's going to end up happening. We're going to go back up. We're going to go up and we're going to wait for sunrise. I kind of knew because I've seen them, but I didn't realize in my head just how many mobs there are around here. I think the second thing I'm going to try and do on stream today is just go through a lot of this area and just try and torch a lot of this stuff up to try and get rid of a lot of these spawned areas. I need to do that a bunch over there too. I put a bunch around the village to try and spawn proof it. Oh, I guess it is still working. I can see the island ground burning from here. We might go over and take a look at that over there. All right. We're gonna wait for the sun to fully come up. We should be able to see enemies kind of start burning a little bit. At least that's my hope. Uh, the reason we wanted to kind of build this type of farm too is because this should, like, all different kinds of enemies will spawn in there. It's pitch black, obviously. There's no torches or anything in there. So all the enemies will spawn in. Uh, they're all different types of enemies will spawn in. So the idea is then they'll go down, they'll fall onto our soul fires. The soul fires will burn them. They'll take damage, and then once they start taking damage, then the all right, there we go. I think it's bright enough now. I can see a creeper over there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. But then they'll just, whatever things that they drop will fall down into our hoppers. The hoppers will feed them into the chest, and then we can have all of our chests. There is a way I could actually probably, I'm not sure if I would alter it to make it more effective, but I would change it to, oh, yeah, I missed putting one. Oh, that's right, because that's the slab. Alright, so that was 10 minutes. I'm gonna fill this in. Let's see here how this has actually been working out. Okay, so we got cobblestone, got some string, and we got some rotten flesh. Not doing too bad overall. I was kind of thinking, half tempted to just actually place all of these with slabs, but that's not a bad move all around. So there's a mob farm. It will just continuously work for us. Not 100% sure why they wanted you to have that so high up. I assume that's for a spawn rate type of deal. Um, just to have enemies spawn in a little bit better. Alright, let's get to... Put in just a couple more torches around places so we don't have to worry about them. How's this stuff holding up? That's about half durability. This one should be roughly the same, so I did these both pretty close to each other. It's a little under half, and these should be fine. Yeah. You have to keep our eyes on the shears in those just because they do break eventually. How's this one working? 22. 41. Yep. This one I thought should work a little bit better because I took the extra couple minutes. I kept doing it until, I literally kept making it until I could not do anymore, until the chicken actually died. There we go. Back in here. So I have a name tag. There it is. I wanted to use this. So what I'm thinking here is we name the cat. Hello, hello kitty, hello. Hello. Now you are Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer. Yeah, I would say he's the destroyer. Look at those eyes. He's always watching. All right, give me the map. Hold on. We're gonna finish up these little mappy map I'm saying here. I'd love to start actually trying to compile a large map of the area. Let's store a bunch of stuff away. Bunch over here. That. Boom, boom, boom. Come back here, you. I want to keep that. That can stay. Okay. There we go. Down to kind of like the basic necessities. So I want to finish this corner of the map over here. I've never actually been over there before. I should do is try to get my hands on a couple more maps. I know this is more of a pain in the butt thing to try and do, but it's probably something I should do at some point. Is to actually take the take a couple of these guys. I need to make potions first. I need to be able to make potions of weakness. And then I need to bring a couple of these guys and get them infected. So, like, not so much you. The master is never over here when I want him to be. You, I would love to do it for you. This is actually good now. Actually, that thing will should give us some string. So I should be able to get a decent amount of string out of that. Okay, here's my Silk Touch guy. I've locked him in now by buying Silk Touch from him. Somewhere around here, there you are. I don't know why. What the frick are you guys doing? Those two don't have a profession yet. They're slackers. I just saw you up here. Where are you? Did I get close enough to actually finish it? Yep, that didn't take very much to finish it, did it? I wanted to finish that one up, so that's driving me nuts there in the corner. There's the master. This is one I want to infect him and then cure him out so that I can drop some of these things. I can drop pumpkin and melon down to 1 trade. Because when you do stuff like that, it makes them like you more. So you can kind of take him. That's one of the things. Like, I've got the melon farm. I bought literally everything I could from him, or I sold him as many melons as I possibly could. At some point, I'd like to make the same farm type, and do it with pumpkin seeds instead. That way, I could have another pumpkin farm, so I could sell him like all of the melons and then all the pumpkins. There's also like raid farms that would be super interesting to try and do. The only other thing to really try and do is to do a I still have the glass on me. Oops, not that one. Let's put this up here. And there we go. Now it's complete. Okay, so that completes its map. I have a couple other buried treasure maps. I should put them up here too. Okay. So that's all I really wanted to get accomplished here in Minecraft today. So what I'm thinking here, guys, is that we swap over, and I kind of want to duel a little bit. So what do you say we go ahead and do 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 duel? Right, give me a quick second here to try and set everything up.